Hello, and welcome to the European Halo League Halo 3 Refueled 4v4 tournament. It looks like we are getting into the game. Game 1, Sylvanus Oddball, Warm Banana versus Dortbag. And we are going to be kicking it off with Terry Tibbs here. And it looks like he's beelining straight towards that camo. And I'm kind of interested to see if he met with a little bit of resistance here as that player is going to lift over 1v1 here between Shane and Terry. And Shane actually gets the better of that engagement. And it looks like he is going to be able to pop that camo now. But Rockets in the hands of Woffs here. We'll have to see if he can maybe hunt this player down.
Yeah, we're looking to see, looking at Dortbag, sorry, my bad, have picked up the oddball, playing around the back here.
Yeah, and Woffs with his rockets, you can see already he's just trying to hunt this ball player down. It looks like he might be on a bit of a flank here. And is he going to catch him off guard potentially with the rockets? It looks like he is. Oh no, is he lagging out?
Oh,
this could be a lag out from Woffs. I was thinking, a bit of an interesting tactic from Woffs to look at the play, but wait a second, he's lagged back into the game. And Woffs actually has got the kill, guys. That was all part of the plan. And he is 2-0 to start this game, and you can see the ball actually in the hands of Dortbags. Woffs has got his hands on the sniper, one of the players that was hyping up just a little bit before the game started, so we're going to see if he can kind of prove me right here and start connecting with a few of these shots. He's got sights on Hollands at the moment. He missed the first shot, missed the second. Looks bottom mid now, and Woff just coming under so much pressure here, but look at that use of the repulse to stay alive. Repositioning, the ball does get played, but yeah, a little bit of a kind of tentative start here in both of these teams, a little bit scrappy as we expected, and it is basically a tie game at this point.
Nice use of the repulse as well, using a bit of Halo Infinite action on an old school map. This is exactly what we wanted to see here. Looking over at that snipe area now. See what can be done.
Yeah, Shane here locking down this top blue area, and it's interesting seeing some of these players with the BR in hand as well. I mean, for anyone who's not aware, obviously we had that switch recently to the kind of bandit starts and the HGS scene, so this might be a little bit of a kind of jarring change back for some of these teams to go back to using that BR, but I'm interested to see how people kind of adjust as the tournament goes on. A big 1v1 here between Shane and Terry Tibbs, but the help comes in from Neil. He gets taken down. You can see the new sniper rifle coming up here in about 2 seconds. The ball has been grabbed bottom mid from Hollers, so a nice start here on the side of, I think, Warm Banana it is, as they're up 46 to 18. They're trying to get that ball away on the side of Warm Banana, but there's so much pressure coming in. That's 3 dead now. Gas, last player alive on the side of Warm Bananas, and that's going to be even more ball time continuing to rack up here.
Yeah, we just had Warm Banana spawn back up on this overshield side, so it's interesting to see how they'll be able to come back from this 40-point deficit. You know, they've got 4 minutes on the timer. Bull's playing around the snipe area. It will be interesting to see how they're going to attack this.
Yeah, the ball does get played again, like you say. A little bit of a deficit just starting to kind of open up now. As you can see, the Slays, you know, not too much between them, but the OBJ efficiencies, they've definitely been there. But I don't know what's happened across the map, but 2 players apparently do take themselves down. So a few players down across the board, but you can see that ball time being milked by Neil, and I think that's what's going to kind of be needed if they're going to try to close this gap a little bit. The OBJ efficiency, we're seeing it come in. The ball does get played, but that has closed that gap down just a little bit. Only 20 points or so now between these teams. Calvin here pushing the elbow, going to be in a 1v1 with this player. Hollers, though, takes him down. The Halo 3 veteran gets that kill, and that is going to be that setup and that ball time continuing to rack up here.
Yeah, nice play from Hollers, you know, managing to keep the ball in the hands of Warm Banana here. It's looking strong from Warm Banana. Good start. They're pulling it back. That 40-point deficit is back down to only 4.
Yeah, it's a really good comeback. And like you said, they're about to take the lead here. So it was a strong start from the side of Warm Banana, but I'm loving what I'm seeing. It looks like maybe the chemistry just starting to build a little bit. I was hyping up Hollers, you know, before the series as one of those players that I think arguably one of the best European Halo players, especially in the kind of recent years when it comes to Halo 3 gameplay. And you can see already on 7 kills, 1v1 here with Neil and Woffs. Lunny actually comes in with a beatdown to take that one down. But yeah, 69 to 57. I think it's about the first to 100 points here to close out this first round. And it's basically all to play for here. Hollers in the 1v1, but Terry gets caught in the reload, and Hollers gets that kill for his 8th kill of the game. Doing a good job staying alive here towards bottom mid. The sniper rifle has just come up. I think Woffs looks like he's got his hands on it. He misses the first shot, though, and look at these team shots coming in on the side of Dortbag. They get one player down. They get another player down here. Hollers in the 1v1, bottom mid. He gets the kill, but he falls off the map, unfortunately. But surely now with 3 dead and camo in hand for Neil, this should be a nice clean grab on this ball, and maybe they can start thinking about closing out this round.
Yeah, Neil managing to get a bit of quick info on this player. Almost gets dropped, but he's all good. We're looking at a strong hold here from the Warm Banana. They're just playing ball, just trying to run the time down a little bit. And they got a 30-point lead almost. But, you know, they're sitting quite comfortably right now.
Yeah, nice bit of full time being milked here by Woffs. He does eventually throw that one off, but like you say, we're getting to really towards the end of this first round now, and the pressure's going to be starting to build from Warm Banana. They can't really afford to have too many more missteps. They will be losing this first round. 2 players do go down. Terry gets taken down from a grenade as well. So that was 3 dead there momentarily. Gas is straight onto that ball grabber. Is he going to be able to get away to help maybe come in here? But no, he's got away, and Woffs seems to have kind of lost track of him. 90 points now on the board. Only 10 seconds left here for Dortbag to take this first round. Gas doing a great job milking that time, plays that ball off, but with only 5 more points needed for them to close out this round, they put themselves in such a good position.
Yeah, we're really seeing a bit of a power switch. Sorry, from the beginning of the game. You know, it was quite a big margin. They've managed to turn it around. Let's see if they can finish out the round here.
Oh, Neil K just trying to do all he can to get those last 5 seconds. He does get 2, but it's not going to be enough. And, you know, we don't want to see on the side of Dortbag, we don't want to see him get a little bit too desperate maybe and just try to really scrap those last few seconds. If they can just get one clean kind of round of slays, they're going to be able to comfortably get their hands on that ball. But you can see on the side of Warm Banana, you know, they're not giving up without a fight. They are still trying to win this round, but one player gets taken down. The double team comes in here from the players bottom mid. The ball, though, still being guarded from Woffs. He gets a nice 4-shot, and like I say, they're making it so difficult for them to get those last few seconds. Nildo going for the grab. He is going to get it, and that looks like it is going to be round 1 go into the favour of Dortbag. So yeah, really strong start from them. Like, you know, like you said, it was a really strong start from the side of Warm Banana, but definitely a good job to kind of bounce back in that round.
Yeah, Wasp was looking to get that remote detonation off. Last player alive, just a last-ditch effort to, you know, just keep the ball out of Dortbag's hands. But we're going into round 2 here.
Oh my lord, the barrel getting thrown. It's still so jarring for me to see people throwing barrels at each other in like a competitive tournament, but I do like to see it. It must be so frustrating for the players getting a barrel thrown at their head as they lift over, but we love to see a little bit of variety in the gameplay. And Sniper here early on in this round in the hands of Hollers. Hollers currently just narrowly leading the lobby in terms of kills, so if he can kind of carry on this slaying performance, it looks like that could be a big key to victory here for his team if they want to think about this second round. But Woffs, you can see with the movement on the outlines, but no, the repulse comes in, but he barely stays on the map, and bait and switch comes in, the ball in the hands of Lunny. So a nice strong start again here on the side of Warm Banana, racking up a little bit of time. Shane getting the trade though on Lunny is going to slow down that progression of the ball towards this sniper tower area, but looks like we got a little bit of a setup here forming on the side of Warm Banana. You can see the players on Dortbag trying to hit that lift. The barrel comes over as well. 1v1 here, the teamwork comes in. Oh my lord, Woffs off screen with a sniper rifle kill. Gets 2. Can he look for a third potentially? But they've held off that kind of first wave of push there. It looks like Lunny might have fell off the map in the process, but you know, similar to the first round, it looks like a nice strong start here in terms of OBJ time for the Warm Banana roster.
Yeah, Warm Bananas is doing great. I'm loving the snipes we're seeing. Nice team plays as well, taking down the original sniper for Dortbags, and they got a good hold out of that. You know, 20 solid points, and it looks like they are momentary 2 dead, excuse me. So we'll see what happens here. There's 3 dead actually for Dortbags though, so you can potentially see a Warm Banana hold.
Yeah, nice bit of time here, and look at that skill jump as well by Gas. He's doing all he can to milk as much time as possible. His teammates now coming in with the support on the elbow. Nice bit of team shot there. One player gets taken down. Can they take down a second? Potentially Lunny getting absolutely melted, but no, he does eventually get taken down, but in the process it's 3 dead now for either team. Woffs takes down the last player. That's 4 dead for a second on the side of Dortbag, and the Bulldo located bottom mid, still not able to be grabbed. Calpin does eventually go for it, and 10-point lead here on the side of Warm Banana. The ball's getting run back to this snipe tower, and we can see definitely a little bit of a kind of pattern opening up already in this game. I think basically every single setup has kind of been towards this snipe tower area.
Yeah, exactly. The snipe tower is a strong place. You know, you can play ball off, things get a little bit hairy. It gives you a little bit of time whilst you're sat in respawn to just recuperate, talk about, you know, plan of attack for next life, and see if you can get a little bit more control on the map.
Yeah, it's a big scrap now going down towards Sniper Tower. You can see on the side of Dortbag trying to do all they can to break this setup, and it seems like the defense though just always seems to hold strong on the side of Warm Banana. The player lifting over that is going to be Shane. Is he going to get taken out? Oh my lord, the barrel from Gas sends that player absolutely flying, and I think the ball as well in the process has been played. So nice push there on the side of Dortbag, but it's almost kind of like deja vu from what we saw in the first round. It's a 40-12 lead here on the side of Warm Banana, but we're going to have to see if maybe they've learned from their mistakes in that first round, and if they're maybe not going to let that comeback happen, or is it going to be maybe a similar story to what we saw in that first round?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you know, first round they Dortbag, were on a bit of a deficit, but they managed to pull it back, take the round. So maybe we might see a bit of a, you know, redo almost. You don't know. We'll have to see how it plays out.
And it's interesting the variation of where the ball spawn is, because obviously for anyone who kind of played classic Halo 3 MOG settings, that ball did spawn top mid, and it did make it maybe a little bit more accessible to go for the grab, but obviously you could sometimes get absolutely melted as you're going for it. But it seems like the ball does now spawn bottom mid, and I mean, I guess we'll have to see as the tournament plays out if that's going to maybe make it more difficult to kind of get that ball off the spawn, or if it's going to make it maybe a little bit easier. But you see the ball does get played again, but yeah, 52 to 18, and it seems like that lead is continuing to kind of be maintained. I mean, you look at the scoreboard for a second, Terry Tibbs with nearly 20 kills on the board, Waffs as well with the 18 and 14. It seems like, you know, majority of the players on the side of the Dortbag roster, you know, putting on some good slays. Calpin may be struggling just a little bit, but he has got the 45 seconds on the board. But yeah, it seems like a much stronger round here from the side of Dortbag.
Yeah, and on the other side of the team, you got Hollers looking like he's been the designated slayer for the match.
Oh, it's going to be 3 dead there on the side of Warm Banana, and yeah, like you say, Holler's that player. Only got 1 second of ball time, but I think he's the kind of player, Hollers, you want to kind of keep the ball away from him as much as possible, because you just know he's kind of got that slaying potential, especially when it comes to some of these maps. He's probably got the kind of massive knowledge advantage on how you want to kind of play some of these scenarios, so you definitely want to have him kind of looking to put down the damage as much as you can. And I mean, to be fair, it worked in the first round. They got that first round on the board, but like I say, in this second round, it seems like maybe on the side of Dortbag, they've just kind of figured out some of these players just a little bit. Lunny here, he's got 14 assists as well, and he's just doing such a good job staying alive, milking his life, making it so difficult for them to get any kind of advantage on the board. There's going to be 2 players taken down now on the side of Dortbag, and I think it looks like the ball getting run towards this kind of green area, so maybe we might be finally seeing a little bit of kind of variety in how some of these setups are going to be kind of chosen to be held. It seems like I say, the majority of the setups we saw this game so far were definitely towards that sniper tower area, but it seems like now the players may be electing to try to get towards green.
Yeah, they're looking for the green jungle play. The ball has just been played, so it will be reset now. But we're looking at 3 dead actually for the side of Dortbag, so it'll be interesting to see how Warm Banana can capitalize off this. Sorry, excuse me. They have the snipe, they have the ball. They're playing back around this green side, so you know, like you were saying, a little bit of variation on this snipe hold we're seeing. Maybe, Dortbag realizing that Warm Banana they might be getting a little bit complacent, trying to hold on that snipe side and just trying to mix things up.
Yeah, I think I was going to say, I mean, I think Hollers with a sniper rifle is going to be what you think they need to maybe try close deficit in this round. But despite him getting taken down, a good bit of ball time there was milked on the side of Dortbag, and they brought this kind of score down now to only about a 20-point game. And Rockets in the hands of Shane here really could be what they need to kind of continue this comeback. But no, the Rocket comes in, but the trade from Waffs, and he shuts that one down. 3 dead now on the side of Dortbag. Holler's last player alive for his team, trying to maybe get an angle on this ball, and you can see at the bottom of the screen only a minute left in kind of regulation time in this round. So maybe the clock could start playing a little bit of a factor if we get a little bit kind of more down to the wire. But Hollers does stay alive. He's got the Rocket in the back pocket as well. And is he going to be able to put it to use? You can see he's basically fighting 2 players at once here. The help comes in from Neil, and he's still just doing such a good job staying alive bottom mid. His teammate Shane gets a grab on the ball. And wait a second, this could potentially be a similar story to what we saw in the first round. Could it be a late comeback here on the side of Dortbag?
There's still time, you know, they got 36 seconds. Hollers is putting in an absolute shift down here in bottom mid, just being a proper nuisance to this Dortbag squad. He's got the shotgun now, he's chasing down Calpin, gets the kill. Nice little perfect for him. You know, it's looking strong. It's looking strong. I would not be surprised if they take this round.
Yeah, only 10 points in it now. And Hollers, I mean, it seems like he's been one-shot so many times in his life, but he just always seems to find a way to stay alive. And I mean, it's kind of what we were saying before the game. I mean, these kind of veteran players that have this knowledge of all the kind of nooks and crannies on the map. I mean, he's going to have such a good understanding of the angles and where to kind of position himself. And you can just see already this game has been so difficult to take down. But look at this play by Terry Tibbs. He gets the ball and he stays alive in the cover and basically baits all those players out on the side of Dortbag. That was 4 dead there for a second. Only 8 points needed and kind of rising here. And you can see it looks like it might be about to be a tie game here, 1-1 in this oddball. It's been a strong showing from both these teams in round 1 and 2, but it is tied up 1-1. So, you know, just kind of what we predicted about how this maybe could be a bit of a close series. It seems like it's definitely living up to the billing.
Yeah, Dortbag showing some real good teamwork towards the end there, you know, baiting out Terry and Green, like you said, and Lunny getting some picks off. It's looking strong, you know, from both teams. It's really a nail biter going to be this final round here.
Yeah, Rockets in the hands of Boss to start this round off, and we'll have to see if he can maybe connect with a second. And that is another change. I'm loving all these kind of little variations we're seeing in kind of this map and how it's been reimagined from Halo 3. Because obviously there was no rocket launcher and Guardian in Halo 3, let me tell you. But I think it's had an interesting dynamic, and there's definitely a good kind of emphasis on power control. It seems like to really kind of unlock some of these setups for these teams. But Terry's got camo in the hand, but Needler comes in from the back from looks like Neil, and he gets one kill. Can he get a second? No, Terry takes that one down, and it's a bit of a scrappy start to this round. But it seems like you kind of mentioned at the end of the last round, that maybe we're starting to see some of these setups be brought towards this kind of green area.
Yeah, it's getting a little scrappy. We're seeing trades, but as a team, that's exactly what you want. If your players are dying, you just want to be trading them out, trying to keep the ball. If it's not in your hands, you want to keep it out of the enemy's hands at least. It's looking solid from both teams, to be honest. Almost 30 points here, 30 kills, sorry, for Hollers. He might be hitting 30 bomb very, very soon. Still on that 1 point on the ball, so definitely trying to be, a big slayer, but definitely doing a great job at that.
Yeah, things are getting really scrappy now with the ball, but 3 players do get taken down on the side of Warm Banana. Waffs was last player alive. You can see he's been sniffed out here from Hollers. This could be a big 1v1, so he was going to win it, but the help comes in from Gas to shut that one down, and the ball time continuing to be racked up here on the side of Dortbag. 2 players to find Hollers, and he gets taken down with a kind of teamwork, but you can see here Shane just doing such a good job to continuing to rack up this time. I love this angle from Neil as well, just being so sneaky, but it's almost like a kind of impromptu kind of makeshift setup you see on the camo spawn, but it seems like surprisingly it's worked out quite well. They've already racked up 30 seconds in this round, and I think this is the first round really we've seen where Dortbag have kind of been the team that's had the strongest start.
Yeah, it's looking strong from Dortbag. I think they're mixing up. They're trying to get round. Oh, managing to stay alive here. Will he get the final shot? He gets the help from teammate there. Lunny doing some work, helping out, keeping him alive. We're looking at 3 dead currently for Warm Banana. Sorry, my bad. 3 dead for Warm Banana. We're looking at the ball being picked up. Sniper's out of ammo, so he's gonna have to drop it, unfortunately. But the ball's just back here, back snipe. They're gonna be able to get a couple points here and maybe get rid of this deficit, Tad.
Yeah, we're often a good job racking up some time. It seems like Terry Tibbs might have got his hands on that new sniper rifle, so we'll have to see if he's got maybe any bullets left in the chamber to put to work here. But this is a nice setup we're seeing. I think this is a really kind of solid setup. You see Calpin here locking down this green angle. He can shoot any of these players as they maybe lift over to snipe. Lunny as well with a camo kind of up close and personal here. This is basically as perfect of a setup, I think, as you could probably get on this map. So we're going to have to see how it does really result in some ball time. Lunny finally decides to kind of reveal himself here, catches one player out, calls out that player bottom mid, and it's a really solid hold. The player does lift over though, and maybe wasn't watched for just as long as it should have been by maybe Calpin across the map, or Lunny caught off guard a little bit, so it does actually force the play ball. So maybe, despite how solid that setup looked, maybe didn't rack up as much time as they would have liked, but it seems like Waffs has got his hand on the sniper, does get another kill. 3 dead again on the side of Dortbag. Waffs continuing to hit big shots, and it's going to be more time continuing to rack up here.
Yeah, Waffs is putting some work in, keeping just the whole of Dortbag's just away from any attempt at taking over this ball. Lunny doing pretty good work there with the camo. I really like seeing him just kind of giving information, looking around, just trying to help out teammates. Like you were saying as well, you had Calpin by green, you had Lunny with camo just kind of scouting, getting some info, and then you had Terry and Waffs just sat with ball bottom snipe. It was a nice hold.
Yeah, no, it was a really good hold, and it did result in some decent ball time. I mean, you look at that score at the bottom, and there's not a huge kind of gap between these teams, and we've already seen a lot of kind of nice comebacks already in this game from both of these teams. So this really does seem like one of these games that could go all the way down to the wire. I think we kind of theorized that maybe this could be a good warm-up game for some of these players. It might drag out a little bit. And it looks like that is definitely what is going to be the case here. This game looks like it might go all the way down to the wire. This is a really good play again from Neil, and this has been something I've been really impressed with from the kind of Dortbag roster. It seems like they're really good at kind of scrapping up these 5-10 seconds here and there. They don't always need the kind of most perfect setup, really. They always kind of find a way to get some time. You see the camo player here, Waffs, has he been snuffed out? It looks like he has, but the teammate comes in, takes his teammate down. Holler's running for his life here with a sniper. Waffs just continuing to be a nuisance. The use of the repulse to extend his life, but Hollers has fell off the map, unfortunately. It looked really impressive in the first half, but maybe didn't quite come off again in the second. But it is going to be snipe control here on the side of Warm Banana. They get the ball in their hands again, and it looks like they're going to be looking to extend that lead even further.
Yeah, Holler's unfortunate there. Trying his best to stay alive, just accidentally falls off the map. He did very well though. I was very surprised. I thought he was long gone for a while. Wasp did incredible as well. Was a little bit worried when I saw him on that snipe spawn, but he managed to pick up the one and get Holler's weak and eventually help him assist that suicide there.
Yeah, Needler in hand there for Lunny. Shout out to Jo, but unfortunately he does get taken down. So that's 1 dead on the side of Warm Banana. It was 2 dead though on the side of Dortbag. So we're getting really down to the wire now. Only about 1 minute and 40 seconds left in this round, in this game, and it is a 20-point lead. The barrel does get shot. It doesn't take down Gas. The help comes in from Shane, so that could be the opening pick they need to think about trying to move towards this ball. But you can see just so much shots raining down across the map here from Lunny. Calpin gets taken down off screen, so 30-point gap between these teams, and we're going to have to see if Dortbag can find a way to start racking up some time. The long-range barrel throw comes in. Lunny in the 1v1 wins it while going across the lift. That's 3 dead. Last player alive. It is going to be Hollers on that ball, but surely the collapse should be coming in now, and it's looking like it could be a really difficult task for Dortbag to think about winning this game.
Yeah, Calpin just clearing this elbow here, giving a little bit of information. I think even if you're not seeing players, it's still information, right? Because you know where they're not. So it can eliminate a few possibilities. You know, it was nice seeing Calpin take that route rather than just bolt to the ball and not really be able to offer much. Ball trying to be played here. Will it fall off? I don't think it will be picked up here by the Warm Banana squad. That also go 4 down momentarily. So we'll see what can come of this.
Yeah, that clock as well. You can see 47 seconds left on the game clock, and that really can start playing a factor. Waffs, I think, just repulsed a barrel at someone. The grapple in the back pocket here from Shane. Looks like he's going for a mastermind play here. Are they going to be aware of it? And is he going to hit that last grapple? It looks like he is, and Shane is behind enemy lines. He misses the beatdown though, and it's absolute pandemonium. Back snipe. The grenade comes out. Doesn't finish that player off. He's got 2 players one shot, but he can't find the headshot. Oh no! He gets repulsed off the map. Thankfully, he does get one of those kills, but it's an absolute scrap at the back of Snipe Tower. Only 25 seconds left on the clock, and that lead nearly at 40 points here on the side of Warm Banana. There's so much left to do in this game for Dortbag, and have they got enough time left to do it?
Yeah, it was very scrappy, but you know everything was there. Just struggling to catch up these final shots, and it could just be, you know, first game, first series, a little bit jittery, like we were saying earlier. You know, but like you were saying as well, you know, it's a single elimination. You don't have the opportunity to make mistakes like that. We'll see if it does actually impact the game. It's not looking likely. 3 points to win. It looked like they're going to take it, and they do.
Yeah, that was a really strong finish out there on the side. I think that was Warm Banana as they closed that one out 2-1. Yeah, we are going to be kicking it off on board with Calpin. He does get absolutely melted. You can see once again a bit of a variation maybe in the initial spawn points than we're used to on the kind of traditional construct kind of layout. But off the start here, it's a few trades back and forth. Lunny locking down this kind of top purple position. It is going to be the 1v1. The repulse doesn't come in from Hollers, and you can see Lunny already locking down this top sword area. He's got so much kind of sightlines here on these players, but Shane has stuck up to him. He's been caught off guard, and he does take down Lunny. So 42 lead here off the start. Seems like Neil bottom mid here, just trying to find a way. And this is the thing about Construct. You know, there's so much kind of verticality on the map, and it can be really difficult when these players are so far above you. But he does get the grab on the overshield, but you can see Calpin just raining down those shots. But the grapple coming in from Neil, is he maybe going to do a better job than Shane? He goes all the way into the lift. He's flying up. Is he going to locate a player as he goes up here? Neil just trying to scout these players out. Terry in the lobby here with Woffs. Maybe we might be looking at a bit of a bait and switch here. And already, you've got to say, the overshield kind of been rendered a little bit kind of obsolete.
Yeah, you know, it's unfortunate with the grapple that you had to take the time in the lift, just lowering that overshield even more. You know, count every second when you got the hold of this overshield smell like used to previously. You got to be very efficient with your movement, and unfortunately, he just didn't have a great.
Yes, sniper. Should I say shock rifle in the hands of Woffs here. Since I've got a little bit, hopefully that works. So I think that could definitely be an interesting for us. Just hit head big. That is going to extend the lead by the looks of it, just a bit. 9-4. So, you know, not a massive deficit, but at the start of a Slayer game, sometimes if you just get that kind of 4 or 5 kill lead, it can really kind of have a psychological impact, I think, on the enemy team. Because like we were kind of speaking about before the series started, you know, Construct one of those maps where you really can just kind of slow the game down, set up, watch the lifts, and you can see already from the outlines, all the blue players are up top, all the red players are down low, and you know, all the pressure now is on the players on the Dortbag roster to find a way to reach the top of the map here. And you can see Woffs locking down this sword area, looking down below. The lifts are being locked down as well, but it looks like Woffs actually deciding to make a move here, try and collapse on some of these players. Is he going to get one? He shoots the barrel, he gets 1 kill. Shane with the trade there. Maybe a bit of an interesting choice. As you can see, Terry's actually elected to stay up top, and it seems like Woffs went on a little bit of a solo mission. Lunny maybe follows up with a kill though, and a 13-5 lead here. And this is a scary start if you're a fan of this Dortbag roster.
Yeah, what's making an interesting play there? I'm not entirely sure what the decision there was. I would have loved to have heard the team comms, see if any information was given, if we're missing anything at all. I'm not sure if Woff's got a little bit ego challenging a tad. You know, he was 3-0. He was doing pretty well, especially for a Slayer game mode as well. You know, every death definitely counts, as does each kill. And with the heat wave in hand, Maya just got a little bit, you know, a little bit aggressive there. I'm not sure I was a huge fan of that play, but we'll see how this works out. Terry with a great shot down to bottom there, putting Hollers in the respawn screen. That was incredible.
This is an absolutely incredible start on the side of Warm Banana. I did not think we'd be looking at a 20-6 scoreline at the start of this slay. You do not usually see any slayers especially considering how close that game 1 was. That really didn't think we'd see anything like this really in the game 2. And this is going to be a real kind of test of the mental here on the side of Dortbag. Can they find a way to get maybe one kind of clean wipe of the enemy roster and find a way to really start snowballing those kills? But you know, if you're on the side of Warm Banana, you want to just keep pushing the pace in this game if you can, because if you just keep trading kind of 1 for 1, 2 for 2, you're going to eventually find yourself at that 50-point mark. And you can see here Terry's been alive for so long with a shock rifle B. Does actually maybe ego chow just a little bit. He gets taken down, so that's 2 dead now on the side of Warm Banana, and this could be the opening that Dortbag needs to maybe start clinging back a little bit of map control. But things have slowed down again for a second. The Shane gets taken down. Gas here locking down this top gold area on a little bit of a flank maybe. It's going to catch Calpin out. He gets the kill. Gets Woffs down to half shields as well, and you see Shane gets a kill on Terry across the map as well. So this is a nice bit of pressure here we're seeing on the side of Dortbag. They've closed that gap just a little bit. I mean, it is still 11 points, but if they continue to maybe push the pace like this could be what they need to maybe get that comeback on the go.
Yeah, for sure, taking down Terry was a really good play there from Dortbag. You know, it just opens up the map for them, especially with how vertical this map really is. That shock rifle up high can just be killer. It can create a deficit like this where you're 14 down. You know, they're still managing to keep this quite wide, Warm Banana. You know, Calpin, you could argue maybe is having a bit of a slow start. Only 2 kills, but he does have 6 assists, and you do have to remember, very big team game. You know, it's not necessarily about the stats every time, right? The 3 kills that he has could have been incredibly influential. And he's only sat with 4 deaths as well. So, you know, he's managing to play his life pretty well, get some assists down, you know, share some shots, and just keeping that lead still pretty high.
Yeah, like you say, you know, not everyone can get all the kills. Not everyone can be a main slayer. You know, you got to spread out just a little bit sometimes. But one person who's definitely not heeding that message is Woffs. I mean, first game he had most kills in the whole lobby. This game he's got most kills in the whole lobby. I mean, when you've got someone that, you know, the likes of Lunny in your team to be leading in slays 2 games in a row, just shows how well Woffs is playing in this series. I mean, 35 to 17, and I mean, I had hopes in my head maybe of a kind of a route to a comeback on the side of Dortbag, but it looks like at the moment it could just be Warm Banana cruising towards that 2-0 victory in this series, and that would unfortunately eliminate Dortbag from the tournament unless we see an absolutely miraculous comeback from them. But you see Hollers here, and I think this is Gas in the kind of purple lift in the 2v1 versus Calpin. A nice bit of teamwork there, and we're going to have to see a lot more of that if we have any hopes of the kind of historic comeback. But like I say, only 13 points needed now. I think the new overshield come up in about 15 seconds, new rockets as well, and this is going to be exactly what Dortbag need if they want to try to bring this one back at all.
Yeah, I mean, the deficit's still staying, you know, they're managing to keep it quite wide, Warm Banana. They're just playing out of their minds. You've got players like Lunny and Woffs, like you said, just absolutely frying. 14-3 and 13-6 is nuts, especially for a Slayer. It's like, that's where it matters most, right? Getting last shot on there on Hollers as well, you know, putting Terry back in the respawn. Calpin trying to get the trade out, but Hollers managing to stay alive here. It's, you know, it's just looking like a domination from Warm Banana. They've had every opportunity to finish this game out, and it looks like they can just trade their way to the end. We're going to have to see something incredible from Dortbags here.
I think also just the way they're winning this game is going to give them such a confidence boost heading into the rest of the tournament. You know, there's times where you can, you know, barely get over the line in the series. Like, okay, guys, you know, we got to really like shape up for this next series. Like, and maybe you lose a bit of confidence in how good you thought your team were maybe kind of able to perform in the tournament. But when you win a game this dominantly, it looks like we are kind of heading towards a kind of steak dinner potentially here. I mean, it's a 20-point lead on the side of Warm Banana. So, you know, if they close this one out strong as it looks like they are, I think this is going to give them such a big confidence boost for the rest of this tournament. I mean, there's a lot of strong rosters in this tournament, don't get me wrong, and I'm sure people might argue that Warm Banana maybe aren't the favourites to win the tournament, but if they can carry on kind of playing at the level they are in this series, I'm sure they'll fancy themselves to be able to kind of go toe-to-toe with any team.
Yeah, I mean, whilst picking up that double kill as well, getting to, you know, 48, it was it's just unfortunate for Dortbags. You know, he gets taken down by that sticky nade. It was a nice play, but it's a one kill game. There you go. There's a stake. That was nuts.
Yeah, really, really impressive performance on the side of Warm Banana, and that is going to be them closing out the series at 2-0 in this best of 3.